Hi everyone, Julie here from Acucare Vancouver. So today's video is a fun interview on microneedling that I did with the beautiful Sarah from Holistic Habits. We're going to talk about the benefits of microneedling and what you want to know before having a treatment yourself. So stay tuned to the end to find out. Also, look for the link down below for the demonstration where I show an actual treatment. Also, please let me know if you have any questions or comments below. Enjoy!
Alright, so I am just at my microneedling appointment, and here the lovely Julie is. She takes such good care of my skin. So Julie, what have you noticed since doing microneedling for yourself?
Yes, so in the past I've done facial acupuncture for years and years, but really with microneedling it addresses the skin cells, so the epidermis and then the deeper layers of the dermis where collagen is built. So for myself, what I noticed is my forehead, when I felt it before, I could feel more bone. And now I've had 5 microneedling sessions. And when I press on my forehead, it's cushy. I can actually feel the collagen being built up.
Wow.
So it's such a great preventative treatment. And I'm seeing those results myself. I do have a little bit of redness, some uneven skin tone, so I have noticed as well that softening of the fine lines, but also smoothing the skin. I've never been one to wear foundation, but now I'm just so confident walking out without any on.
So I've been getting facial acupuncture with you for quite some time now, and why did you decide to start doing microneedling as well?
Yeah, and that's a really good question. Why, if you already do facial acupuncture, you're acupuncturing the face, why would you do this? So I think it's important to be educated on the differences. So with the skin, with the face, we have different layers. So for instance, we have the epidermis, that's the first level of the skin, the dermis, and the subdermis. Then we get into the muscles, and that's where the nerves innervate so that the emotion for the facial muscle that is felt is either stress, let's say if you have frown lines, you're using those a lot probably because you're stressed, or relaxed. So the microneedling will work with little microchannels that go into just the skin level, whereas facial acupuncture goes deeper into the muscles to actually reset the muscles and send those firing signals to the brain so that those emotions are balanced. So it's not just superficial. It's very important to understand that there is a connection to the brain and the emotions, and we need to balance that internally as well.
And why do you do microneedling?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. Most of the places that you will go, an esthetician does your microneedling for you, but derma rolling has actually been a part of Chinese medicine and acupuncture for years and years and years. But now there's been able to develop such an amazing technology that can be more focused for the skin and the benefits that you can see from the derma rolling in a microneedling treatment.
Okay.
So I've been really fortunate to be trained on the InnoPen. So most microneedling treatments that you may have seen on video or had yourself, you may notice that you have oil that's applied to the skin, and then the derma pen will slide back and forth both ways.
That's what I had. I had derma rolling and a derma pen done.
Yes, and so the difference really, there's a couple of differences with the InnoPen. First of all, it actually stamps down on the skin.
Okay.
And so this allows for a much more controlled implementation of the needles into the skin, the little microchannels that are made. And so I don't know, you probably can't see this, but I can put my finger here because this is a closed tip needle. So there's 13 little needles in here, and I can then put the depth up to 2 millimeters. So there's a little control here that I use depending on the area of the skin that we're using. So for instance, the forehead, we're not going to go too deep. 1 millimeter would be the max. But you can also see, because it's the closed tip, these needles cannot, let me go to 2, and you can see those little needles coming up out of the closed tip.
Oh, yeah.
So what that means is if one of these needles are bent, I can't actually use the machine. I would have to completely replace the tip with a new one.
Okay.
So what that means is that for you as the patient, you are getting a really focused, delivered microchannel stamping technique so that there's no little scarring or micro abrasions that happen because we're not sliding, we're stamping.
Yeah, because I used to get like little scratches on my skin from it.
Yeah, and I felt it when I did have it as well around the cheeks. I could feel it kind of sliding. So, I think really important is having great numbing cream put on beforehand so you can actually get the most out of your microneedling treatment. And then just asking, around in your area to see who actually uses a stamp technology pen.
Okay, cool.